Hi there, Six of Queens here, and learning still sucks. In my last lesson, I learned a new warm-up piece, the technic exercise from the end of Chapter 6 of Bastian Piano for Adults called Four Exercises from Opus 16. Go ahead and click up there if you want to see how that went. But now that I have it learned, it's time for me to actually employ it in the field, although it's going to sound like crap, and it itself is going to be a work in progress for as long as I am, have it before I change it out with whatever new thing comes up later on in Chapter 7 to replace it. So I'm not aiming on perfection on it, and good Lord, will you be hearing that in a few moments. But after I go ahead and break that out, I'm going to move on to the final piece of Chapter 6, the Caisson Song. Caisson? One of these days I'll look up how to actually pronounce these damn things before I start filming. But it's a rather long piece. I think I've had a two-pager before. Don't remember which one it was. But this one definitely looks like it's going to be a doozy, and I don't think it's going to be like a 2 or 3 lesson success story, especially with a final playing speed of 132 beats per minute. Super fun. And after I spent a little bit of time acquainting myself with that, I'll spend about 10 minutes working on my arrangement of Angels We Have Heard on High from earlier on in the chapter, which I took a break from in my last lesson because I really just didn't feel like working on it for a number of reasons. But before I do either of those two things, I'm gonna kick things off as I normally do with a little bit of new warm up. So all these four exercises are in C, common time, a bunch of eighth notes strung together, and probably shouldn't start off with a metronome on this because it's been like 2 days since I've looked at them last, but trick that it says here, the thing to aim for primarily is to play all the notes between both hands exactly simultaneously. I didn't really find that I had too much problem with that last time. I had more problem playing the correct notes simultaneously, but I mean, usually they were at the same time, even when they were wrong. And an additional thing is the notation indication here is MF-P, mezzo forte-piano. I took that to mean at the time that it wants me to actually decrescendo, or start loudly and then get softer and softer throughout each line. Each of the four exercises is a single repeated line. I've since looked up, and there's a little bit of argument and debate as to whether or not that notation actually means on the first run through, play it mezzo forte, and on the second run through, play it piano. Some people saying it depends on the composer. Some people saying that it depends on your preference as a musician, how you want to do it, blah, 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 blah. So rather than be frustrated that there's not a definite answer, I am going to go ahead and continue using as I was last time, where it is a practice decrescendo, because for me, that is something that I still need to work on to really hammer in the touches for those dynamics. Even though the piece that I was playing before this, check out here if you want to see the beginning of my progress on that. Focused on that a lot, and I felt that I did pretty well by the end of it. So that's how I'm going to continue on, and if it's not how you would choose to practice it, if you would choose to do, mezzo forte first pass, piano second pass, cool, go ahead and do that. I'm going to do it this way. I say all of that. Let's see if I actually succeed in doing it. It's my ultimate goal. We're going to find out, because it is difficult for me to keep track of. 50 beats per minute. I'm not going to waste too much time on these. Can't even get the notes. All right, let's see if I can get that dynamic in. Not great, but I still mostly do it over that second bar, not the whole thing. Actually forgot to do it that time. Okay, gonna call that good for the first line. Now the next one. That's correct, right? Okay, that's the basic melody. That was a piano by the end of the first bar. That wasn't fantastic. That was better. I'll take it. Moving on to the third. Okay. Not terrible. Still mostly did it on that second bar. That was more like it. I like that. Okay. Try it one more time, then move on to the fourth. Okay, one more. That was terrible. All right, fourth line. I remember this one was a bastard. Holy shit. I can barely just remember that one. Didn't really get the dynamics on that one. I think that was a little bit lower than a piano at the end. They want to play the very end of that. One more time, no matter how good or bad it is. Okay, now what is that bad? Whew, okay. I don't know if that was better or worse than I expected. I came in here with an expectation, and that wasn't it. Anyway, on to the challenge piece. Caisson Song. I'll look up how to pronounce that. It's going to actually bug me if I don't learn how to. Okay, so first look at this. Interestingly enough, to start off with, even though Chapter 6 has been about... Oh no, Chapter 6 hasn't been about being in G. It's Chapter 6, New Rhythms. I think I said that earlier in the video. Do I recognize this piece at all? What the hell? Anyway, even the first look over, I'm going to not forget to start the timer. Even just the first look over through it, I'm going to include in the 20 minutes I'm going to spend on this part. So, what the hell have I got here? Over hill, over dale, we have hit the dusty trail, and the caissons go rolling along. In and out, hear them shout, counter march and right about, and the caissons go rolling along. For it's one... Oh no, I know a slightly different version of this. For it, I'm going to have to cover some of this stuff up. Or finally have an excuse to invest in getting a better music stand so I'm not looking here and I'm looking here instead. Because maybe that'll explain some of them neck troubles. Hi, hi, he in the field artillery, sound off your numbers loud and strong. So yeah, it's that piece. Cool. Well, at least I'll have a basis for probably knowing if I'm playing it wrong. So yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'm a little suspicious. Anywho, in C, you know what? Actually, to make this a little bit easier on myself, unless I find that I don't have the range on it, I went ahead and switched the octave range on my keyboard, which some video up here I'll post where I learned how to do that, or I'll have decided when I'm actually looking at this edit that I'm not going to do that. But it's going to allow me to play it. It moved middle C from here, which it was, to here. So now I can be centered on the music, have all this crap over here. And unless I got to play it real high, like unless I'm going more than 2 octaves up from my central position, I should be all right. So, basic rhythm of this. G, yeah, G, 2, 3, rest. G, 2, 3, rest. D, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's correct, right? Yeah. G, F, B. But it probably sounds better with this G up here. Yeah. D, D. Okay, I'm suggesting I hit this with 4. Why? Okay, and then it wants me to move up. Oh, and then play. That is that high D, right? Yeah. So wherever you go, you will always know. Okay. So a lot of moving around of my right hand. G, 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 D, D, D. Oh yeah, this is where it wants me to switch over. Okay. So the right hand carries the melody. What the hell is the left hand doing? So beat 2, 3, 4, G, G, G. Yeah, G, G, G. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that G7? D7. I think it's D7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. B. What is that? C. Yeah. One, two, three, four. B, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 2 on, what the fuck was that again? C. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and A and 2 and G and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and so it's going to be F sharp and D. Yeah. Interesting. 2 and 4 is what I naturally wanted to do. Ooh, okay. G sharp, and E. Sharp E, G sharp E. That's low C. All right. So left hand is the bastard on this one. So it's G, G, G. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 A and 2 and 3 and 4 and G and 2 and 3 and 4 and D7. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 A and 2 and 3 and 4 and G and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 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 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 3, oops, 2, wait, yeah, that's why it was not that. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and holy crap. All right. So G, 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 D, 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 1 and 2 and 1. Yeah. 1 and 2 and 1. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be an absolute bastard and a half. I'm going to have many, many very frustrating lessons. Um, can't fucking wait. All right, but that 20 minutes is up. God, it felt like so much longer, 20 minutes. Which means I am on to my arrangement of Angels We Have Heard on High, which is always just a great fucking time. It's still, I really still feel this the last two repeated lines that give me the most trouble. Oh, and by the way, if this is your first time watching, this is the composition that I'm talking about. It's based off of Bastian's rendition. I mean, it, the song itself is, public domain. It's been around for ages and ages, so it's not like it belongs to them being based off of theirs. It's based off of the original. You fucking get it. But I went ahead and added a bunch of little flourishes and embellishments and kind of run ups and run downs and all kinds of stuff, which you just finished looking at, and it's a bastard to play. But I want to make sure that I get it because I don't know, it's very special to me. It is in G, so I just went ahead and switched the octave range of my keyboard again, so now I'm back at middle C right there. And I'm not going to forget, as I usually do, to set the timer. Let's start going. I've been doing it at 86. Ooh, that sounds like that's loud. Nope. Hold on a sec. I'm going to figure this out and I'm going to cut right back. Okay, I think that's more like it. While I was adjusting the range, this thing isn't marked out. You just have to memorize what damn key you hit when you hold metronome on the thing. Restart that timer. Not counting all of that time, figuring that out. But yeah, I'm at 86. I swear I've done this before. There's so many videos back there. If you want to watch, I swear that they weren't made with AI. I could make something a lot better if I was using that. So, all right. G, as you saw, common time. So. So I'm focusing on that part. Christ almighty. God, I really have to. I don't know if you can see this. I keep floating my pinky while I'm playing this part. I've never, other than really, really early on when I was practicing and kind of first learning fingering, I used to do that, and I thought that I had like gotten over it. But I don't know if it's because I'm like tensing up or something. Well, I mean, I am tensing up. But I don't know if it's because of that that all of a sudden this problem is rearing its head again, and I'm just having this floating pinky out there, which is keeping me from like staying like centered and keeping good fingering where I need it. Um, and I don't usually, at least I don't think I've been doing it up to this point. I mean, I've been doing it with this piece consistently, but no other, and it's kind of baffling and honestly sort of drive me fucking nuts. Maybe I should stop playing with a fucking metronome and just play it at the speed that I want. I don't fucking know. I seem to have a much harder time when I'm also focusing on hitting that exact rhythm. I don't know how important that is. That wasn't too bad, other than kind of grazing this F with my pinky a couple of times. Oh, great. Good as time as any to fucking stop. Wow. I wasn't having as hard of a time with that the last time I played it. I know that. I don't need to look back at any footage to know that. That was baffling and frustrating. I thought I would maybe spend 2 minutes going over that and then, pass over the whole piece a couple of times. And that was just, if that had gone on much longer than the fucking 10 minutes that I did it, I was going to start getting really pissed off. But figuring out what the livid fuck is going on with that, and then the absolute sheer mindfuckery frustration that is going to be Caisson Song are just challenges that I'm going to have to deal with in another lesson. So, If you'd like to see what it took for me to get this far, then you can either click up here or the link in the description below to catch the entire series from the very beginning. And if you'd like to find out where I go from here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you know when I upload next. Let's see what, if anything, I learn next time.